expensive and that worth somebody wanting to get, you need to put it in a safe. Take it to the bank for your little safety deposit box, something like that. I would recommend doing that, or getting you a wall safe. Them little safes, you can easily just grab that and take it on out.
A lot of times, if it's a lot of people's at work in the community and the burglaries happen, but I think like if the alarms, most of the alarms are silent alarms, and sometimes people get in and out and before, you know, the officers show up, but
I'd get down to that point where I knew I was running low. Pop me something and head on out, and just that was a big factor. Your majority of the guys, any of you detectives or cops that know, when you've caught somebody doing something, they were high. The majority of the time, they were really high if they were on drugs. That helped them get through it. You know, it's just what it is. What it is. Like I said earlier, it makes you become a totally different person. Things I wouldn't do some of the things I did if I wouldn't have been high. I wouldn't have had the gall to do it.
We used, like when we would skip school, we would drink alcohol, smoke weed, and it led to like pills, Valiums, and Xanaxes, and eventually moved up to, you know, like cocaine and, you know, heroin, all of that, eventually.
It was just different growing up. It was more of I wanted things. And I wanted to get them the fastest way that I could, which was stealing.
A criminal thinks all the time about how he's going to get ahead, how he's going to, and not caring who's in the way. You know, it's a selfish thought. And your only thought is you, and what you're going to do today or the next day to have what this guy's got, because I'm not good enough to earn it myself, so I'm going to steal it from somebody else. The criminal is always thinking criminal thoughts about how, you know, a lot of people don't, I don't know if people don't know it, but throughout your time in prison, a lot of people can learn a lot of things and keep that mindset. I had to fight my way out of it, because throughout this, even this time here, you know, I was still into drugs and still into that thinking of, okay, this is how I'm going to do this, or can I write this person that used to be a friend to bring me in drugs through prison? You know, just that thinking right there is the criminal thinking. Everything you think about is how you're going to do this, this, and this in the wrong way, not the right way. Once I got out of that, everything was about my education and what I'm going to do to make an honest living. And it ain't about, I don't wake up every day and think, well, I got to do this, and how am I going to get around and lie to this person and get ahead in life. Now it's, what do I got to do in this schooling that I'm doing now, or in this class, or... Well, I'm 37 years old now. I started probably 15. I think I started when I started breaking in the house when I was 15. I don't even know if I could count them. I think I told you yesterday it had to be in between 50 and 100. And that's in between a couple different, 2 or 3 different states growing up. Majority of them was as a juvenile. As an adult, it was, I was really scared doing a lot of them, even though I was on drugs. So I didn't want to do a lot of them. I broke into cars more than I did anything. I found more money in most cars than I did in houses. I don't, like I said, yeah, it's been a lot.
How many cars?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you that. Thousands.
Thousands?
Thousands of cars. That was the easiest thing to do, thinking in my mind that it's not a crime that somebody's going to get hurt or somebody's going to wake up and shoot me, or, you know, it's just I'll get in there and get an ashtray and get the change and be on my way. There's guys that I know that did it for CD players and speakers and stuff like that. That wasn't me. I was mainly wanting that change out of the ashtray.
This video has been a collaboration between the Columbus Division of Police and the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction on how burglars commit burglaries. The idea behind this video originated with longtime Columbus police officer, Officer Norm Russell, who thought that the community could better protect themselves from burglars and thieves who prey on our residents of our community by asking those who have actually committed the burglaries how they did it. Through this collaboration, and most importantly, the inmates who have volunteered how they committed the crimes, this information will better protect our community.
The Chillicothe Correctional Institution became involved with this project in February 2014. Inmates from Chillicothe and Marion Correctional Institution were selected and screened for participation. Each is serving a sentence for a property crime such as breaking and entering or receiving stolen property.
The interviews have been conducted by Officer Norm Russell and Detective Dave Samuel, a seasoned investigator and a seasoned interviewer. I would like you to take the words of these inmates and take a serious look at your own residence and place yourself in the shoes of a burglar. Apply what the inmates have said to your own residence, find the weak spots, and make the corrections. If you would ever become a victim of a burglary or theft, there is something you can do now to help law enforcement find and return your property. You can document all of your valuables on a web-based inventory system called Report It, so a detective can distinguish your property from others. This is a free service and will keep a secure online record of your valuable property and make it accessible to you alone. If your property is stolen, you will have accurate records of the make, model, serial numbers, descriptions, and photographs of these valuables. The website is reportit.leadsonline.com and is shown here. I would like to thank the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction for making this video possible, and most importantly you, for taking the time out of your day to protect your home, valuables, and family.